Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all smashing it. Fantastic day today. Well, little subject today I get asked quite often, is BMW a good first time car? Whether you're old or you're young. I've known people passing the tests in the 30s. You know, I've had people say, well, what about rear wheel drive? I'm scared of rear wheel drive. Well, let's get in the car, get out in it and discuss. Right guys, so the first area I'm going to look at is price. Now, BMW are a premium brand, so they're in that same kind of bracket, the Mercedes and the Audi club. Now, premium brands equal cost. So, you know, a bottom of the range BMW 3 Series, you can get a really nice spec Focus, or you know, Vauxhall Astra or Renault Megane, something like that. You're gonna pay extra when you're going for a BMW. So remember that premium brand kind of equals premium cost. So next one guys, running costs. You've got to bear in mind, whether you're young or you're old, you buy a BMW, it's gonna cost more to maintain, to run. My missus has got a Vauxhall Zafira Tourer 7-seater, 2 litre. Everything for that car is cheaper. The servicing, the tyres, the brakes, the general maintenance is a hell of a lot cheaper. Now, if you're in the position where you've got a half decent job, then yeah, servicing might not be an issue. Maintenance might not be an issue. But if you're younger and you've saved up all your pennies and you splashed out on this fancy BMW, whether it's a 1.8, a 2 litre, a 3 litre, just accept, if you're not in a great position, some of the maintenance could break the bank. You know, say you need four new tyres, you could be close to, well, probably decent brand tyres, over £1,000. So just be prepared for them bank breaking moments. You know, it's all well and good having this lovely car, but if you can't maintain it, just, you know, consider that. So you got your fancy new BM, you've now got to insure it, so bear that in mind. Now this, at the minute, it doesn't really matter if you're young or you're old. So when I was younger, my first BM, I was 21. Luckily, my dad put me on his insurance. So if you're in that position, I'd say go for that to save yourself a lot of money. A lad that I work with in his early 30s, he's got 11 years, no claims bonus. He's trying to get around 14, 15 plate, 30D like this. 1,200 quid, that's expensive. That's really expensive. 11 years, no claims as well. So bear that in mind. You've got the car, now you've got to insure it. It's another monthly bill or one big hit. Not fantastic, that. You know, it's one of them. You've got to consider these things, whereas say your Focus or your Astra, it's going to be a lot cheaper. Right guys, so this more for the younger audience, which I can see we do have a younger audience around the age of 17, obviously like BMs. So you've just passed your test and you want to get your nice BMW, you've been saving your wages, or you've inherited some money, or your mum and dad have, you know, put a bit aside for you, and you're gonna buy, you know, to you, a shiny new BMW. Now, personally, don't forget, these are just my opinions. Would I go and splash out all my hard-earned cash or something that someone's provided for me on a BMW for my first car? No. No, 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 no. Buy yourself a banger for at least the first 6 months to a year. You know, you start learning to drive once you've passed your test. I passed my test, luckily, first time when I was 17. It was within 6 weeks, I wrapped my Golf round a lamppost, understeered round a roundabout, the buses went round, diesel, car written off, and that was the end of the story. You know, a car that I had before, I passed my test, I polished up, I put wheels on it, it was my pride and my joy. Luckily, you know, it was my mum's old car, so we didn't fork out loads of money for it, and I was absolutely devastated. I was still learning the rules of the road. So my opinion for younger drivers, I'd say don't go and waste all your money straight away. Maybe spend a little percentage of that money, buy yourself something basic, learn the rules of the road, and once you see what it's like out there, you learn the conditions, you've gone through a winter, I'd then maybe go and get a nice new BMW. Right, so my next point, I think this is more especially for younger viewers thinking about getting a BM in your younger years, or if you're getting it for your first car. But I think there's, especially with younger people, there's a stigma, a jealousy, you know, oh, he's got a BMW. Not so bad, say, with, you know, older members, like, it's, you know, you're getting a BMW, oh, he works hard, he's got a BMW, you know. But younger people, there is that stigma, that jealousy, that, you know, people are almost resentful. And let's face it, it's not a Lamborghini or a Porsche, but it's still a premium brand. So just prepare yourself, because even your nearest and dearest, it could be that jealousy. Friends, you know, we had it when we were younger, you know, people with BMWs that were like 17 and were quite new ones. I was more envious than jealous. It was, oh great, someone's got a BM, let me in that. But just be prepared, there is always that stigma when you get a Beamer. Who's got a Beamer? So just mentally prepare yourself for that one. So you have lots of conversations with people when you kind of put yourself on social media. People know you're doing that type of thing. People kind of deem you as like an expert. Not really, just someone who's had a lot of BMs, has an opinion. We all have an opinion. So basically, rear wheel drive, I think this is something that can affect people, whether you're a first time driver of a BMW in your younger years or you're an older driver. people say to me, well, I don't want rear wheel drive. Oh, I'm scared of that. Well, what do you do in winter in a rear wheel drive? You struggle. No. Let's say I started driving BMs when I was 21. My first one was a 318 Ti compact, the old 140 horse twin cam. And, you know, same with Tom. He had the old M10 1.8 in his original E30, and the roads were a lot quieter then, and we were silly, and you went out and you taught yourself how to drive a rear wheel drive, and it was good fun, and that's why we wanted them. But if you're just a normal day-to-day driver, I do understand the stigma. Winter rear wheel drive can be a bit of a nightmare. You know, there's certain weather conditions now that I dread going out in. Snow, ice. Rear wheel drive can be rather exciting in them conditions. And especially if you have got a bigger engine and it's got that much torque. So just, you know, it is something to consider. You know, maybe look at a BM with the X-Drive if you are wary of rear wheel drive. You know, rear wheel drive does have its limits, whereas you can get away with a lot more in front wheel drive. So I think if you're a new driver and you are maybe a bit throttle happy, rear wheel drive, you know, maybe let yourself grow up a little bit first, because especially if you get a bigger engine like a 3 litre, or even some of the 20s, the 2 litre turbos and stuff, you know, they can be a bit tail happy. So you've just got to bear that in mind. I don't think there's more mature drivers, it'd be just more weather conditions and, you know, getting the thing off the drive. So just remember, rear wheel drive, it's not that bad. It's just them odd times a year it can be a bit difficult. So I'd say don't be scared, but it's like anything, if you push it too far, it might come back and bite you. So there we go. And after all that, you spent all your pennies and you got your first BMW. It's about getting out in the sun, getting them smiles per mile, and hopefully it'll bring you that. As long as you buy a good one, it's been maintained, it's been loved, you know, you'll get a great car and you'll probably be a BMW owner for life. Like me, I want to be a BMW owner for life. I love them, they're great. Love this 30D. Get out, stick your foot down, and it just goes. And we love it. We love it. Get your foot down, and off we go. Brilliant. That's why we are the 330D fam. We love our diesel BMs, and you'll get the same with your petrol. They're just fantastic. So remember guys, don't shy away from a Beamer. Just get a good one. And you'll be in the gang for life. Remember, like and subscribe, and catch you in the